Ooh, good morning and happy Halloween. Ooh,
Spooky.
spooky. I'm Adam. She's Lisa. And we have a bone-chilling Halloween forecast. This will be a fun one. It's always fun, but we're talking about a little trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And, you know, Halloween aside, this morning, I went to my car. Well, I always check the weather first.
Of course,
So
check the VNL weather app.
I do.
Then turn on the
Every
TV and
morning,
watch us on the Valley
like
Today,
clockwork.
right? Yes,
And so I
yes.
checked and I was like, oh, it's kind of cold.
A little chilly.
I had to put on my warmer jacket.
Okay,
I've been
yeah.
wearing my warmish. Now I'm
Yes.
on to warmer.
But not necessarily warm-esque. We're not at parka level yet, are we?
Right,
No,
right. I have like
no.
jacket 1, which is like more of a leather with like kind of a fluffy interior, and then I have the jacket 2 phase is my blue jacket, and then jacket 3 phase is Chicago Bears jacket,
Okay.
and then jacket 4
We have a
phase
fourth phase.
is big, thick brown
Okay.
jacket. It's a Carhartt, really
Okay.
good blocking the wind. So like this is my, you guys have all your stages. This is my stage 2.
It's a
which
level
is-
2.
It's a level 2 coldness.
Maybe we'll call it an AC2.
I like that.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna
EF.
make my own graphs, my own languages.
I love that. Yeah, it has been colder this morning. And,
Yeah.
so it's not necessarily the coldest Halloween we've ever experienced, but it's colder for us because, again, it's been such a warm fall. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is a little bit shocking this morning. Did you have to defrost your windshield to do a little
Yeah,
scraping?
the back. I just had to turn on the rear defrosters. I didn't have to do any scraping.
That's good.
I hate doing the scraping,
Yeah,
but
that's no fun.
yeah, it was 29 degrees when I left the apartment this morning. I had to put on my little knit hat and my winter coat. So
Yeah.
we are there, and
We're
it's
there.
better than last year's Halloween, though. I'd
Yeah,
say.
remember the snow?
Yeah.
We had snow, and we even had the day before a snow squall warning. It was coming down so heavy.
Squall. I love that
Yes,
word.
Yes, that's how you know it means business,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's when those are the snow events where they come on really fast. You might be driving down the road, you're doing just fine. Next thing you know, you hit one of these, and then suddenly visibility drops like
Bummer.
that.
Yeah.
And it might not last very long, but it can do a lot of damage in that short.
Yeah, you want to
span,
talk
so.
scary.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
real scary.
So we don't have anything like that here going on, but there is snow again this year in the region, we'll
Okay.
say. So we'll talk about that coming
Okay.
up. So yeah, we're mostly focused in on the chill. And of course it's Halloween, so we're calling it a bone-chilling Halloween.
But
for
it's
us.
not actually bone chilling, just maybe a little
Maybe
chilly.
a little bit. If you're not dressed for it, if you're not wearing your
Okay.
level 2 coat, you're not going to be okay.
Yeah, where everyone remember where you're AC level 2, we're not in AC level 3.
Not quite there, but you don't want to be at a 1. 'Cause
Yeah,
if you're at a 1,
yeah,
then
yeah.
you're going to start shivering.
Yeah,
Hat and gloves too. You wore that too. Yeah. So, okay. So let's talk about Halloween. We've got lots of fun graphics in our suite. So
Oh
right
gosh,
now,
you see those spooky ghouls?
spooky goblins. Look who's dancing right next to you.
Oh,
right there.
whoa!
It's Frank. It's Frankenstein.
Hey, Frank.
Dancing to stay warm.
Yeah,
There.
smart. And
Yeah.
he's got to bundle up a little bit more, though, because I'm looking at this
A little
28 here.
chilly, yeah.
He's got no hat, and his skin starts to have a greenish hue.
Yeah, he's starting to turn colors there. Might be a little gangrene setting
Yeah,
in
that's
from
not
frostbite.
great. Not great.
So yeah, it's still cold out there right now. We're at 28 degrees. It's getting close to 11 o'clock and still in that range. So again, a struggle to warm up here today. As we make our way through noon and into the afternoon, we get into some upper 30s, low 40s for Fargo. We're looking at about 43 for our forecast high. Not bad. Average high this time of year is in the mid 40s, so we're really close to that. And then 7 o'clock, trick-or-treat time, getting back down into the 30s. And there is a little wind. This morning, we got down into the 20s across much of the valley, some of us even in the teens.
Okay.
And we didn't have a lot of wind, but even 5 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour, brought down the wind chills into the teens to even some single digits this morning. So
Wow.
something to keep in the back of your mind when you're, because when you're trick-or-treating, you're not just going from your car to the door of school or work. You're outside for a longer period of time.
Yeah, you got to be ready.
Yeah, you want to dress for that. So,
Yeah.
but here's what we're not seeing. Don't see any snow on our planner here for Fargo. And these numbers are specifically for Fargo, so just keep that in mind. It might be a little colder in the Northern Valley. Sunset, by the way, at 6:12, so it's going to be dark pretty early, so make sure you're visible, all those things too, all of those safety things when you're out trick-or-treating.
And you want to layer up.
Oh yeah,
know,
yeah, I think that's a great idea.
If you have a son or daughter doing the superhero costume, if I were 6 years old, and I was dressing as Batman, I'd want to have extra layers. A, keeps you warmer.
Yes.
Also, Batman's buffer than most 6-year-olds, so
Sure.
it's going to give the thickness
Yeah.
to simulate that thicker build that Batman has.
I love
but
that.
you know, superheroes, they got to stay warm too. Make sure
Sure.
your kids are layering up.
I like that.
And you know, that's really the name of the game.
Yeah, dressing in layers. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. My nephew is going as the Flash,
Okay.
and he has a costume that has a built-in like muscle padding in
Yeah,
it too.
yeah.
So if you have that, that'll help too. It helps with that insulation.
Yes,
as
but
well.
still layer below
yeah.
that too.
You need more than just that.
Yeah, even the
That's-
Flash,
yeah.
he's got some guns too.
That's true,
Not
that's
like
true.
the weapon, but he's got some, you know.
Yeah, well, his costume is saying it does.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's a bulky costume.
Does it have leg muscles? Because I feel like the Flash would be like.
No, I
But
don't.
it's always the arms
It's
and the.
yeah, it's the torso and the
Okay.
arms. Yeah, that he has the muscles on.
All right. Well, I just don't know how realistic that would be for a Flash in real
Right,
life.
because that's where his power is in his legs.
I feel like
But-
the Flash would be built like more of like a Usain Bolt or a Tyreek Hill, you know, like more kind of like lean muscle, still pretty muscular,
Sure.
but like
But lean.
he's not going to be like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
That's going to slow him down.
Well, I don't think these costume companies are really going for anatomically
Well, they
correct.
should. They should. They should.
You know, maybe that's a goal we can have that we can push for them to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe, you know, at home you can do it. If you're going as the Flash,
point.
you can do some layers underneath your pants or your costume
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make it look like you got some big leg muscles there.
There was a Halloween in high school. I went as Batman.
Okay.
And I layered up.
Sure.
I've
Well, and
always
Batman
been a
has a
layer up.
cape, so that is
That's
another
one
layer on
too.
top of that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. You've been advised. Okay, so here's a look at the whole valley for later on this afternoon. This is at 4 o'clock, so you
Okay.
can see most areas in the upper 30s to some mid 40s. So again, not the coldest Halloween we've ever had, but you know we were just in the 60s to even 70 in some places on Monday. So this is a bit of a shock, and this is during the daytime hours before we're heading out for Halloween. So let's get into more details on our spooky forecast.
Ooh.
You see those headstones. R.I.P.
Summer
warmer
weather. Yikes.
Yeah, they're
Yikes,
all
bummer.
done. Yeah. So this is
This
6
is
o'clock.
a real situation
Yeah,
here.
that's right. That's right.
Oh gosh.
I think this emerging zombie wants to let us know what it's going to be like outside.
Chilly.
Yeah, a little
Scary
cold.
stuff.
A little cold, a little bone chilling, as we say. But yeah, we're looking at mostly cloudy. This is 6 p.m. So again, heading into. You know what's interesting is that there are not a lot of communities around here have trick or treat times. It's just kind of start when you want.
Hopefully
and end
not
when you want.
zombies either.
True.
Yeah.
True. So we're going to start things off at 6 p.m., but I know
Okay.
some folks get started a little earlier. But around that time, you know, we're in the upper 30s in Fargo. Wind chills are going to be a few degrees cooler. So keep that in mind again. And then just moving on through each hour, just dropping little by little here. And so by around 8 o'clock, I think when a lot of folks are wrapping up, Fargo's in mid 30s, wind chill around 32. So like we're talking freezing temperatures, or at least feeling like freezing at that point. And again, farther north, it might be a little bit colder as well, with mostly cloudy skies coming up here. So, you know, not trudging through snow, not dealing with rain, which is all great, but definitely want to be prepared for the cold.
You want an AC level 3.
I think that's a good idea. Go up a level because, you know, you are going to be outside for a while.
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And once you get into the 30s, that's when you just want to, you got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
When I talked to Fargo police on the 24th about Halloween safety,
Sure.
it's the first thing, one of the first things brought up was being warm. And it's not just the kids, it's the adults too.
That's a good
And so if
point.
you're going out to the bars, if you're doing anything, you hear just real life horror stories
Yeah.
about people getting hypothermia. I've heard all sorts of stuff like that, and it's just, you know, you want to look cool, you want to look cute, whatever it is. You want to be safe.
But be smart about it. Make sure you have a ride home if,
Yeah,
if you're going
absolutely.
out beforehand. Don't
Yeah.
try to arrange that when it's time
Yeah,
to go home.
yeah.
That way you don't get left out in the cold. For sure.
Halloween, it's a fun, scary, don't make it real scary.
I like that thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. You want to know where it is really scary right now? Where Halloween is scary
Where?
at the moment? Okay. Oh, sorry.
3 zombies, that is really scary.
I
Okay.
didn't advance far enough. Here we go.
Okay.
This is where it's scary right now.
Oh, geez.
We've got snow going on for places like Minneapolis, moving up toward Duluth, not quite reaching it there yet. But I mean, we're talking Halloween snow for them. And I know people who are local to this area who've been around a little bit might remember everybody talks about the Halloween blizzard in Minneapolis and in Minnesota in '91. I'm not expecting that.
Okay.
But it's just, another Halloween where they are dealing with some snow there, and it's accumulating in some areas. It's leading to some snow on the roads. So while we're okay here for the most part, if you are traveling down to Minneapolis for tonight, or just generally going in that direction, just know you need your winter weather gear, you need boots, you need your shovel, your scraper, all that kind of stuff in your car at this point if you're going in that direction for Halloween. And again, it's just missing us. This could have been us if it would have just moved a little bit farther west. And we talked about this a while ago when we first started talking about the forecast for Halloween, was that we were seeing a system that looked interesting for this time, and it just so happened to be more southeast of us. Now the radar is showing some blue on some of our counties in our viewing area. I haven't seen any reports of that reaching the ground.
Okay.
The radar's detecting snow aloft. So sometimes it stays aloft. It doesn't quite reach the surface.
Interesting.
Especially on the edges of systems, that sort of thing. It's a little drier at the surface. So anyway, I'm not really expecting much for impacts for those of us who are in our viewing area. But again, it doesn't take much to head a little farther south to run into that. And we're also seeing a couple of spotty areas up along the north,
Interesting,
too.
okay.
So just keep in mind that there is that possibility we could have a few flurries, a few flakes to watch out for as well. So mostly, though, we're talking mostly cloudy skies. I don't have our satellite layer on here, just so you know, but we are looking at mostly cloudy here for the day today.
All right, well, not too bad. Looks
Yeah.
like it's going to be a nice little Halloween.
Yeah, not like this. And I just wanted to show an example of how it's accumulating. This is in the Winthrop, Minnesota area. It's more in central Minnesota, again, outside of our region. But you can see, snow falling on the grass. It's kind of melting a little on the road surface. You can see the drops on the camera there. So yeah, just a fair warning for anybody traveling today, and a sign that we know that it's getting closer for us too here in the forecast. So again, no snow this Halloween, other than, just going back to our graphic, other than the fact that we might have a few flurries in a few spots. It's the cold we want to be paying more attention to.
Be prepared. Don't be scared.
That's right.
All right. I just thought of that. Everyone have a happy Halloween. Ooh. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.